have a look at. We are about to tell you two very important things, and I'm going to be taking you through the very first one that has to do with our digital life journey in this digital world, when you have a lot of gadgets and you have lots of data. If you permit me, I'm going to share my screen and start the presentation. So sit tight. Just know that you are about to experience something very, very interesting. Okay. Okay, I hope you can all see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay, wonderful. So this evening, I'm going to be sweet and short in my presentation, and I don't want you to pay attention to any other thing but to what I'm about to share with you. I'm going to be talking about a cloud storage service, which we call God Backup. God Backup indeed is turning to be a household name. Wherever you go now, you'll be hearing God Backup. Some people ask me on Saturday, is it God Backup or it is God Backup? Because of the language. I looked at them and then I smiled. I said, whichever way you want to call it, once it comes out, God Backup is fine. So you're going to be hearing God Backup, God Backup, God Backup. Indeed, God Backup, as I said, to start with, is a cloud storage service that was developed by a company called Global Virtual Opportunities. Global Virtual Opportunity is actually a multi-million-dollar internet marketing and software development company that has over 26 years of experience in internet marketing, software development, web page development, and whatnot. But what is bringing us together this evening around GVO is the development of God Backup. So I want to take a little bit of your time to let you know that GVO is a legitimate organization, well known. It's an organization that has experience when we are talking about storage of information, has security for what it does. It's not a recruiting organization, recruiting people. It is an organization that has services and products that it sells and uses people also to talk about this very one God called God Backup to be able to market this service. Please be assured that God Backup is very legitimate. God Backup is very professional. I said God Backup. GVO is very, very professional, has experience, and gives support to its customers. It's based in the US, in Texas to be precise, owns a data center, and has been first in Canada and now in the US. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are hearing about GVO for the first time today, you can Google GVO. You will know what I'm talking about. You will know who the company is all, what the company is all about, and all the team members of the company. You can find that out on the internet. Why are we talking about God Backup? We are talking about God Backup simply because we are in an era where cloud storage is so much needed, because we are generating data in different forms. We are no longer talking about paper. If you are doing a research on your laptop, on your smartphone, wherever you are doing the research, if you are using AI, artificial intelligence, it has to go into the cloud to get the information in order to give you the information you are looking for. So when you are doing your social media stuff, you are doing your IG, you are doing your Facebook, you are doing your TikTok, you are doing whatever, you are doing your Twitter, whatever it is, we are talking about data. When you are taking pictures, be it in the office, be it in the field, at church, you are making videos, you are covering a wedding, you are covering a baptism, you are covering whatever it is, you are generating data. And the rate at which we are generating data and the quality of the data makes the data so heavy. So you really need a storage where you can put all this data. It's not something that you want to print and keep somewhere. It has to be stored somewhere. So all of this is what GVO was looking at and saw the cloud storage and said, let us develop God backup to help individuals, to help families, have impact, save people from losing data, help people have their digital dream come to pass. So I'm going to be focusing on one global trend that has to do with smartphones and the use of it, and how God Backup is leveraging on this global trend of smartphones and the usage and the dependence on it to be able to fill in this gap of helping people store their data safely, confidently, securely. Please note my words, because data, information is very precious. So you are talking about safety, security. You are talking about confidence, knowing that my data is secure. So you do it boldly and confidently and talk about it to others. So when we are talking about smartphones, smart gadgets, we are talking about people owning phones. Everybody owns phone. Look at the image on this slide. You see that old lady with the gentleman in the corner there? That tells you that even the oldest person in the village is owning a phone. Why? Because everything is gone digital. When you are sending money to mama in the village, you send it through the phone. When mama wants to call you, she will call through the phone. Even if it is not a smart gadget, even these the ones that are not smart, you still can have pictures on them, right? So when mama wants to see the picture of her granddaughter who is somewhere that she cannot reach, it goes there, and that is data. So everyone is using a smartphone, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. And by the use of the smartphone, the world has turned in such a way that we are relying on these smartphones in everything we do, be it banking, be it a hospital, be it research, be it driving, giving you direction, be it communicating across to family, loved ones, business partners, work colleagues. We are all using the phone and we all rely on it. People can't go without their phones. When they leave their phones at home, they have to get back to it. When they are going to the washroom, they carry their phones. Some carry their laptop or their iPads. Everyone has something to do with a phone. People set their alarms with the phone before they go to bed. The first thing they grab in the morning is the phone. So there is so much reliance on the phone to the extent some people are addicted to it. And the addiction is terrible. They are driving, they are making calls, they are actually sending messages, they are doing audio, they are watching TikTok while they are driving. So you will see that data is being actually produced every minute. And we all know when we are talking about data, data comes with a risk. The risk is simple. You can get your data lost or you can get it damaged. If you have the device in which you have your data damaged and that data is not backed up properly, that is the end of your data. It's as simple as that. That's a mother in the kitchen with a toddler who is playing with a phone, throws the phone. The toddler throws the phone. And you see how the screen of this phone is shattered. It happens all the time. It could happen to anyone who is so addicted to his or her phone, who goes to the washroom and forgets that he or she is holding a phone and the phone falls. A lot of things happen, and we have data that we found saying that 45% of cell phone users have accidentally damaged their cell phone and lost their data. It's interesting the way we accidentally lose our data. There's not a single person I've spoken to in the last 2 months intentionally who has not told me how he or she has lost his or her data, photos, videos, precious memories, files, folders. And it's interesting to also note that many of these people actually thought they had this data, these memories, this folder, this document backed up on their gadgets. It's only when they lose it that they find out that it was not actually backed up. Many people in the last 2 months have told me how they wake up in the morning and receive, or in the afternoon, in the middle of something. Indeed, today I saw one. When Google tells you you do not have memory, you do not have enough space, 2 options: you delete or you buy space, cloud storage space on your phone or on your laptop or on your iPad or on your tablet. I saw the mail of someone who has actually 2 Gmail because the memory of her Gmail was full. Her Google Drive was full. So she could not do anything about it, but to open another one. Over 5,700 screens are cracked every hour, we are told. And a laptop or cell phone is stolen every 43 seconds. So you see that with the risk of data loss, it's growing more and more because we are producing more data every day, every second. So people all over the world are looking for solutions. GVO said, we have the solution for you. Now I'm going to take you through something. 2 years ago, before GVO developed Go Backup, everyone, including me, we were using Dropbox, iCloud, iDrive, OneDrive, and you pay for it if you need more space or you delete your stuff. It's very stressful when you have to delete very, very important things and you have to choose. But 2 years ago, when Go Backup was developed, we saw a massive shift from these traditional service providers towards Go Backup. And for the past 2 years, they moved. When you are looking at this slide I have in front of me, there's a comparison. On your left, we have 3 service providers that are the traditional ones. And then on my right, I have Go Backup. I have iCloud, Dropbox, Google Drive on my left. Now we are talking about 6 terabytes of cloud storage. It's interesting when people start telling me 6 terabytes is big. And I always tell them the data you are producing these days is very heavy. So if you say 6 terabytes is too much, just get it and then you will realize that it's not that much. That's 6,000 gigabytes. iCloud, for you to get 6 terabytes of iCloud for 12 months or a year for 6 users, those 6 users must be Apple gadget users only. You have to pay $360. When you go to Dropbox, you have to pay $660. That's a lot of money for 12 months per year for 6 terabytes for only 3 users. That's big. Then Google Drive, our precious friend, $260 for 12 months for 5 terabytes for only 1 user. Then Go Backup comes to the rescue. Go Backup says, we will give you 6 terabytes when you have this 6 terabytes, you pay $99.97 for it. I can round it up to $100. And with this $100 for the 6 terabytes of cloud storage, you can have 6 separate accounts. You can share with your family and friends. You can use these 6 terabytes across unlimited number of gadgets. Then the most exciting part of it for me, I always say it with so much smile because I'm enjoying it, is the fact that you can use your God backup across all operating systems. You can have an Android phone. You can have an Apple phone, an iPhone. You can have an iPad. You can have a Microsoft laptop or desktop. You can have a MacBook Air. These 6 terabytes you have, the cloud storage that is given through God backup is compatible with all of this. It can be Linux, whatever operating system. And for me, it is one of the best deals that I have ever had. And I'm experiencing it and I'm enjoying it. I say that is not enough. The value that this gives is the fact that you have support from the God backup team. It can be live support. It can be through email, timely, solid, professional, step by step, which you hardly will have or not have with the ancient or traditional cloud storage services. So we are happy to say God backup comes with an unbeatable value. Very, very affordable. I will not say cheap. When I say cheap things always come with something around the neck. But when I say it is affordable, it means it has so much value, but the money that comes with it is so affordable to everyone, anyone, to be able to reach out to it. And that is why within the past 2 years already, God backup is being used in 161 countries all over the world. And we are talking about 195 countries in the whole wide world, out of which we have God backup in 161 countries. It is just moving like wildfire. Anyone that gets in touch and grabs God backup is quick to tell somebody else about it. Once you use it, your love and your passion for God backup will just ignite. And then the fire will just touch anyone that you talk to it about. So on this screen, you will see Liberia. Liberia was opened by my co-host, who is my senior partner, my mentor in this God backup journey. And the Senegal country, I opened that market. And in our project, when we say somebody opens a market, it means a lot. Ghana is number 82. So my dear ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to know that God backup has come to stay, and it's moving so fast because people are understanding the value that it gives. Now, when we are talking about the value, let me quickly talk about the security that comes with this cloud storage service. It's affordable. You use it across all operating systems. Then the question we keep getting is, how secure is my data? And it's interesting to note that people who ask that question are already using one or two of the traditional cloud storage services. They have never asked about the security. But for God backup, they want to know. Of course, it's a legitimate question. And you cannot blame them because God backup actually is new, only 2 years. I'm happy to let you know that God backup as an active and passive protection designed to protect the data that we put there. And the data actually goes through multiple layers of security. And we are talking about 256-bit encryption that God Backup has. And this same 256-bit encryption is the same that iCloud, Amazon, and all the other cloud storage services use. It's military grade. No one has ever broken into the 126 and 128 and then try to go and break through 256. If you are on this call and you have been invited and you have an idea about security and you are an IT guru, this is not for IT gurus, to be honest with you, but people are so anxious to know about what the security is all about. So I'm going to take 1 second to let you know that we have an Active Directory and NFTS integration. The 256 bits AES encryption comes with SSL/TLS protocols to secure your data at rest and in transit. Now, what I'm reading, whoever is IT understands what I'm talking about. But for us who are lay people, I just want you to know that GVO has its own data center, has its own server room. So the security of whatever you put in the cloud in there is top notch. And because we have, GVO has a data center, it is PCI compliant. Whatever details on your banking card that you have is safe. So rest assured, do not be afraid and think that security is an issue. It cannot be an issue for a company that has been working for the past 27 years in that space. One other thing about Go Backup is the fact that you have your 30-day money back. If you are not satisfied with the service, just write to GVO. Within 30 days of you subscribing to this service, get your money back, get your stuff, and move on with whoever you want to keep your data with. One other beautiful benefit of Go Backup is the fact that you have bulk emailing services that you can use. The capacity is over 20,000 email. Our lead capture system. You go into that system, whatever parameters you need to put in. If you want to send email in bulk, just put in the parameters. You don't need to send the email one at a time. And the email, if it's 500, 5,000, it will be personalized by the system and you can automate it. If it is at a particular time, it needs to go, the information needs to go to your clients or your partners. You just key that in, and if it is recurrent, the emails will be going at the time or at the period you have set in the system. So Go Backup, this afternoon I was watching one of my key moments in sharing this with people is when they get the service and they download the app on their phone or on their computers, and then they are watching their folders, their files, their pictures being backed up. The smile on their faces really fills me with joy. So this afternoon I was watching a very good friend of mine who subscribed to the service, and then I took her phone, helped her to set it up. And then she was watching her phone, and she was smiling. And I said, can you see the number of stuff you have on your phone? She said, it's a lot. I said, just watch. Within the next few minutes, you see how much of it will go into the cloud. She kept staring at her phone. I said, why are you staring? She said, I've never thought of it like this. So everything is just, I have this much. I said, yes, of course. Then I asked the question, when you were using Google Drive, did you see your folders like that? Did you see your images going like that? She said, no. I said, that's one of the beauty. Then I went to her laptop, was backing up her C drive and the other drives into it. Then as we open into the application, she saw her the stuff that was backing up on her phone, her pictures. She said, I can already see it. I said, this is part of the beauty of having God backup. When we are talking about God backup, someone like me, I'm so much in love with it. I have so much passion for it. And I always tell people, get something that will work for you at an affordable price, that gives you value. That there's nothing like having confidence when you see your data and the fact that you actually have control because you have your username and your password. So wherever you go, you don't really even need your own gadgets. If you lose your laptop, for instance, and you are using Go Backup, you get a new laptop. Your C drive, your E drive, whatever drive you have on your laptop that was missing, that is in the cloud. Just get your new laptop. Just log into the application and then get in there and then restore whatever was on your laptop, on your gadget. You have your old laptop, everything in your new laptop. Actually, you don't need an IT person to help you do that. You can do it on your own, confidently and boldly. That is what God Backup is all about. God Backup affords you the opportunity never to lose your photos, your videos, your digital data. And I can guarantee you 98% of the hard work is actually done by the system. You just follow 1 minute, 2 minutes. People thought to download the app on your phone, you need time to sit down to make it happen. I caught one professor, I sat him down for 3 minutes, downloaded it and gave it to him. He said, is that simple? I said, yes. He thought he needed to actually sit down and take his time and then download it. It would take a long time. I said, no. If it was so, we will not have it in 161 countries. It's so practical and it adds value to your life where we are talking about data. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my joy to share this beautiful service with you. And at this juncture, I'm drawing the curtain and I'm inviting back Mr. Calvin Birch, who is my senior partner. Let me properly acknowledge you, sir. He is an emerald on this project. I told you we had 2 parts to this presentation. He will take you into the second part. And when we are talking about emerald on this project, it's not on the floor. As my daughter would say, you don't pick it on the floor. It is intentional. It is belief. It is consistency. Thank you very much, Mr. Birch.
Thank you, Reverend Bijou. Reverend Bijou happens to be the daughter of my mother-in-law. What is that? Okay, for short, she's my wife.
My husband.
And it's an honor to be sharing with you this global, stage where together we can affect lives. It's Reverend Bijou is an incredible leader. She is well respected here in DRC. She's building an incredible network impacting and affecting people's lives here. So one may think, wow, she knows this so well. She's a shock, she's a
We are losing you. HB? Okay. Okay, I think he's hanging, his screen is hanging. A moment, please. Oh, okay. I'm sure he will get back. Internet is a little bit of challenge back in Kinshasa where he is. But hey, this is the digital world. It comes with ups and downs. So be reflecting on what I have told you. He will be coming in and be talking about the second part. That's very, very exciting. That will actually turn the life of many people who have been invited here today. It will turn your life around. I will say again, as I said when I started my presentation, for anyone who is on this call, whatever Mr. Birch is going to present in the form of the project that brings in money, I want you to know that GVO is not recruiting people and taking their money. GVO has got backup and has decided to use the methodology of network marketing to do that. So when he comes back, while we are waiting, I want you to know that whatever he will talk about is not about recruitment. It's about you using this service. While you use it, you talk about it to other people. And when they like it, they get it as well. And you get rewarded by the company because it's word of mouth that the company is using. You have to stay on. Don't say, let me go and come. You don't want to miss this part of the presentation. It actually is the icing on the cake. Let me see if I can continue. When he comes, he will just move on, take over from me. Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me try to get in touch with him and see what really is happening in Kinshasa. Hello. You are off? What's happening? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, while we are waiting, let me just continue. The second part of our presentation talks about the financial freedom. I'm going to be talking about the cloud storage market. When someone tells you that there has been a research by experts in a subject and they came out with funding or findings, evidence-based findings, you should take it very seriously. And when we are talking about the cloud storage market, you should please understand that the cloud storage market is a multi-million market. We are talking about billions of US dollars. Now, the graph I'm going to be talking about, I'll be referring to, was generated by experts. And these experts, out of their finding, are sharing with us that in 2022, the cloud storage market actually churned out 90 plus billion of US dollars. 90.17 billion US dollars. The year in which we are, they are talking about 165.51 billion US dollars. You know why it's growing that way? It's simply because the age in which we are, data is being churned out at a rate which is unbelievable. And all of this data needs to be stored somewhere and is being stored. And storage does not come cheap. It does not come cheap. Are you on? Okay, go ahead. It does not come cheap. For those who have been using iCloud, you know how much you have to pay. I have done the comparison already. So some of you, your money is here. But God Backup came into the system and looked at this trend. In the next 5 years, we are talking about almost $1 trillion of US dollars that will come out of the storage market, the cloud storage market. God Backup is not the usual cloud storage service. GVO is not the usual company. It has people at heart and decided to use the affiliate marketing system to talk about or to sell God Backup. So that you and I, wherever we are, we can partake in this projection. Very, very simple, feasible, doable, believable. Though we like using is unbelievable, that's a term. But this is very, very true. And I personally made up my mind that I will eat into this. And that's exactly what is happening. The service is just incredible. So when you talk to someone about it, and the person really needs it, as everyone does, and the person takes it, is very, very simple. So the global trend we are talking about is the fact that you can be on salary. I work the UN. I make money, but I'm doing this on the side because I know that as many as other partners on this call also know that salary would not really make you live your dream, your financial dream. If you live on salary, there are a lot of things you will not be able to do. Number two, if you are not working, this is an opportunity. If you are a student, this is an opportunity GVO is offering. So you can have an extra income out of this. You can have residual income. You can have part-time income. And it's so beautiful. I will not be surprised. A day soon, I will do this 100% of my time because I'm so much in love. And when I see the impact it's having on people, their pockets and their data, the more I look at it, the more I fall in love with it. So GVO is leveraging on the fact that everyone who is intentional can earn new stream of income, extra income, using the service God Backup. And God Backup is the only cloud storage service that pays you. In any case, you might be using Google, You might be using iCloud. You might be using whatever traditional cloud storage service that there is that you have been using. Nobody cares about what you do with it. The owners don't even know you. But with God Backup, when you are using God Backup, the owners of God Backup know you in the system. And when you tell someone about it, you are paid. As simple as that. And the system is simple. How do you start? Please listen very carefully to this part of it. The first thing you need to do is to subscribe for the service. And the subscription fee is $99.97 US dollars. Round it up to 100 US dollars a year, 12 months plus 2 months free for this family package. That's the service only. Now, when you want to start talking to other people about it, in any case, you will. There's no way you will use God Backup and not tell anyone. You pay only 20 US dollars as reseller fee or affiliate, and both are renewable every year. Both of them are renewable every year. So in total, you will be paying $119.97 US dollars. You can round it up to 120 US dollars. So this is how you get started. That is how I got started. If you are in Ghana, you can do the math and know now that the city has appreciated, the cost is very, very affordable. If you are in any country, just do the math yourself and you see how affordable it is. So you can also, we talk about the enterprise or the VIP. The VIP, we are talking about 20 separate accounts, 20 terabytes of data that companies, organizations need and use. That goes for 600 US dollars a year. Now, when you talk to companies, we have done that. They just look at it and they are amazed. 20 terabytes for 600 US dollars a year. Let me even add the affiliate fee of 620 US dollars for 20 terabytes for an organization. Ladies and gentlemen, that is beyond some companies' dream, because it's very, very expensive when companies are paying for storage. When they are talking about service, when they are talking about storage, they pay big time money. But God Backup is so affordable. The security is guaranteed. Now, when you start talking to people, when you get started and you key yourself into the system, there are 7 ways in which GVO rewards you as an affiliate when you have registered, you have subscribed to the service, and you decide to talk to other people. Out of these 7, I will be talking about number 1 and number 3. The first one, which is the customer acquisition bonus. Then the third one, which is the circle match bonus. Let me quickly say that the customer acquisition bonus is paid as and when you get customers for GVO who subscribe to the service God Backup. The others, from 2 to 7, these are paid monthly. The potential of the customer acquisition bonus is simply awesome. Now, let me take a very simple example to explain this. If you have been invited by someone on this call, and after the presentation, you decide to subscribe to this service, what is going to happen to this person? When you are subscribing, this person will send you a personal link with his or her name on it. When you click that link, the system of God Backup already recognizes that person. And as you subscribe, as you make payment, money hits the account of that person, $49.97 US. If that person spoke to 10 people today or tomorrow, and out of the 10, 7 decide to all subscribe to the service, that's 49.97. Let me round it out to 50. Will be multiplied, will all come in. If it's 7 people that day, it will all reflect in his commission area in the back office. In a nutshell, what I'm trying to tell you is the fact that it depends on what you want. I see this as breaking the cycle of the vicious cycle of poverty, especially in Africa. When you have people go to the university, come out, they have nothing to do. You have students on campus, they don't have money to pay, their parents don't have money to pay even the fees. Yet, some of them have phones. Most of them, all of them have gadgets that they are using. Why not use God backup? Then, pocket 49.97 USD, $50 US. It could be weekly, it could be daily, it could be monthly, it could be yearly. It depends on what you really want out of this opportunity. Google will not pay me. iCloud will not pay you. Dropbox will not pay us. But God backup makes us make money. So if you decide every week you want to make 200 or 500 US, it's up to you. This is not plenty talk. This is just offering people an option to what they already are doing. You don't need to be IT savvy. You don't need to know computer. You don't need to know phone. In any case, you are using Google or you are using iCloud, and you didn't need to be an IT person. I believe you get what I'm talking about. I'm not an IT person. But this is so good that when I talk about it, because I am using it, people think I'm an IT person. I am not. I'm just somebody who is in love with what she has gotten for herself. And the VIP, which I talked about, anytime you talk to an organization, a company, and they go for the VIP, which is the 20 terabyte, which is $600 US, GVO pays you 25% of that 600. 25% of 600 is how much? You can make up your mind to talk about the VIP package to one organization a week or a month. Again, it depends on what you want. We are talking about financial freedom. The work to financial freedom is intentional. It demands efforts. It is not get rich quick system I'm talking about here. This is genuine, legitimate work that we do, we spend time to do. So in case you have done something before and you think it did not work and this will not work, don't deceive yourself. This works very simple. Work with me and let's see the potential of this. So this you can get as and when you get customers. Now, let me talk about the second match. So in our project, we have ranks. You heard Mr. Birch, my husband, talk about the ranking, and how far I have gone. Please, are you on now? Okay, all right. So when you get into the project, the system will recognize you. The moment you acquire one person for the company who gets the service, you become what we call a bronze. So every rank comes with a criteria. Now, I am super happy because now I'm Sapphire and new opportunities for me to earn have opened. And I love this 25% here. That's what I'm going to be talking about. I'm smiling because I work hard. I do part-time with my team on this. And I know what Sapphire means to me. Sapphire simply means at that level, you have what we call the second match, which is 25%. This 25%, how do you earn it at this level of the project? Very simple. Just imagine I have over 80 people in my team, and out of the 80, just 10 out of them are taking this project very serious and are working just the way I work, with so much passion, because the service is fantastic. Remember, it's about the service. It's not about making the money. If you don't love the service, you cannot talk about it, right? So I have 10 people who are crazy like me about God Backup. And then at the end of this month, each one of them makes 1,000 US dollars. 1,000 each. It could be $500 each of them. It could be $200, but I'm just using 1,000 to give you the potential. Now, 25% of $1,000 is how much? 250 US dollars. I multiply that by the 10 of my team members, my partners. That is 2,500 US dollars. The question I always ask, is it feasible? And my answer has always been yes, because there are people who are earning over 10,000 US dollars in this project. I'm a candidate. I'm like, I'm going to be earning. I will need a machine to be counting the money when I go to the bank and I come home. And I mean it. 25% of 1,000 is 250 US dollars. So we are talking about 2,500 US dollars at the end of that month. Is it good income if you are working and you get 2,500 extra income? Will you be happy? I know friends who do Uber with their vehicles at the end of the day. That's because they are smart. If you are smart, I will quickly advise you, take God Backup, because you are producing the data anyway. You are using a service provider anyway. Others are using them anyway, but none of them gives you money. But this will give you money when you talk to others. So you grow. You grow in this project to emerald. I'm super happy because my husband is an emerald. 50%, you know what that means for our pocket, our pot at home, right? But it is not get rich quick. It is dedication, consistency, belief, and you never give up. You run up to the target is black diamond. Black diamond. And we are all working towards it together with our team members because we grow together. So, like I told you, this is the rank, this is the grid. From bronze, you go to copper, and then you go to silver, you go to gold, you move on and on until you reach the black diamond. By the time you reach sapphire emerald, you start seeing that this is real, this is true. In fact, when you become bronze, you start seeing something. You become copper, you start seeing some things. You get to silver, you start seeing some things. And then when you get gold, you start seeing some big, medium things. Then it continues like that. That's how beautiful the second trend is. So this is how we move up in the ranks. That's how beautiful it is. You have to be ambitious. You work for somebody, you are looking for a higher position, you work for it. It comes with tips, it comes with bonuses, it comes with different perks. It's the same thing with our project. So you grow in it. You develop yourself in it. You work with the people to whom you have spoken to this about this. Together you hold hands and you rise. When you rise, then you can impact. That is what it is all about. And then when you get into the project, there is 100% support for you. The first thing is you get a personalized referral link that allows you to get referrals for the organization. You have a personal landing page or the virtual office or the back office where you conduct every business, including your backup and whatever. Then you have the email system that you can use for marketing. That email system I talked about, we have specialized tools. We have regular online presentation. Indeed, we have a robust system that we have put in place. We talk about training, we do trainings, we do presentation, and all of this will lead you to personal development. Not only focus on God Backup project, because the discipline, the consistency, you develop yourself, and then you develop others with you. And it transcends into your workplace if you are working. If you are a lazy person, you like waking up at 11 o'clock in the morning. When you start with this, I can assure you, because you are working for yourself, we have work ethics that we talk about that will cause you to rise as a person. And you start shining, and people will start asking, what has happened to you? And we have community network, people that you never thought you could get in touch with and communicate with. You start communicating with them, and your network will grow, not only in God Backup, outside of God Backup. You can even find even something bigger that you want to invest what you are getting in God Backup with. And we have the autopilot, because we are in AI, how do you call it, era. We are talking about artificial intelligence, all sorts of things. And ladies and gentlemen, this God Backup has been developed, and we are talking about the US when they want to make life easy. So the autopilot, when you are sleeping and you set it in your system, it will be doing the talking for you. And you wake up and you see people have actually signed up. It's as simple as that. Making the business very, very nice, enjoyable. I always say work must be enjoyable. You must work with passion. You must enjoy what you are doing. Don't do it because it will bring you money. Do it because you believe in it. Do it because you believe it is impacting somebody, is impacting even you, yourself, your family. So in a nutshell, we are talking about what God Backup system is about. We are talking about the emailing system, the unlimited devices you can use, the lead capture system, the wealth creation through artificial intelligence, the community leverages, the personal development. I have talked about it for the past 20 minutes. And I believe this is a service that everyone needs, and it's a project that everyone can afford. It's time to get started. Ladies and gentlemen, my journey in God Backup has been few months, and what I have seen, how people are smiling beyond the God Backup, how people's lives are getting better, how the development, personal development through the trainings that we do is affecting the lives of people is beyond my imagination. Today, I had a brief conversation with an 18-year-old boy, a conversation of 5 minutes about God Backup. And the young boy told me, this is a gold mine. And then he said, and it is so new. This is the time for us to leverage on it. I stood back and I looked at the young man and I said, you have a bright future. You don't, this is not rocket science. This is common sense and wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to draw the curtain. Unfortunately, my upline is having serious issues with his internet back in Kinshasa. And it was a privilege for me to share both the service and the opportunity it brings with it. Thank you so much. If you have any question, I'm very much ready to answer your question. On this note, I think you can unmute yourself. Let's see. Let me stop sharing. Okay. 1 second, let me allow you to unmute so that if you have any question, you can ask. Why am I not able to no? Okay. One moment, please. This Zoom is acting up today. I'm not able to click on anything. It's amazing how I was able to finish this presentation. So I can't even allow you to unmute. I can't even stop sharing as well. But you can hear me, is that correct?
Put in the chat. Let them put in the chat.
Can you hear me? Okay, you can hear me. Okay, now it's good. If you have any question, please go ahead and put it in the chat. I hope I'll be able to open the chat, even though my chat is also hanging. This is interesting. Okay. Any question? This is very interesting. All right, I think I've been able to do this. Let's see. No, it's not working for me. All right, if you have any question, would you want to put it? If not, please get close to the person who actually invited you. I will advise that you say thank you to the person. Then let me strongly advise you. This is booming. This is for Africa. This is for us. Let's take it. I said already, in any case, you are churning out the data. In any case, you need the storage. Go for the one that will make you make some money and enjoy using the service. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was a joy being with you this evening. Have a wonderful night, and then we will see you, some of you, soon. Start contacting the person. Let the person send you the link. If the person has already sent you the link, click on it and please subscribe. Let's do this together. Don't hear about it, be part of it. Thank you very much. Dear partners, it was a joy being with you. I acknowledge the presence of my senior partners. Thank you so much for being with us. And then see you on the other side. God bless. I can't even close this. Okay, now it's open. Interesting.